sup? No, I'm not like that, kinda, sometimes. It depends. I'm Jonathan. I'm from Clarendon, Newfoundland. I like skidooing. I sell hot dogs for a living. I'm going to Munn right now, so I'm living on Lark Hall in St. John's.
How long have you been selling hot dogs?
I've been selling hot dogs now for like 2 years. Me and my good friend, we went halves on it, and then I bought that his half from him. So now I own the full thing, and it's been a good trip, man. It's been a good journey.
Tell me what you can about J&J's history.
I bought a hot dog back before that. Me and my good buddy, Nick Just Jacobs, we decided we were going to stain decks. So we started going around and staining people's decks, you know, made a couple dollars at that. And then one day I get this message from Nick saying, LOL, look at this hot dog cart. We should buy it. It's in Gander. LOL. I said, you know what, man? We should buy that. So we went out to Gander. We looked at it. It was like, okay. So we told Buddy that he wanted a certain price. We said, we'll pay half. And Dickie Doo said, no. So we said, okay, see you later. So we came home. That was on a Friday. We came home. Sunday, I'm in church, right? 10:30 in the morning. It's a phone call from Dickie Doo. He said, yeah, boy, you can have that there now if you want. It's half price. We said, perfect, we'll take it. Buddy comes and drops it off to us. It was like a win-win. So then I had a hot dog cart. Started selling hot dogs. Way to go. The rest been making money ever since.
I understand that Nicholas is no longer with you. I don't want to ask any further into that. Since he's been gone, though, how have things been going?
It's been going same thing as when he was there, I guess. You know, just it's been going, selling hot dogs, making money. It's quite simple.
And you've expanded from just hot dogs. You got a cotton candy machine?
I have. I've expanded this year. I got a cotton candy machine. Just this YC, I started selling nachos. That stuff is sick. Loves the nachos, boy. Love it.
Any future plans for expansion?
Oh, guaranteed. You know, I'm looking at bouncy castles. I'm looking at chip trucks. I'm looking at popcorn machines. I am looking at everything and anything you could think of. I'm thinking about it. It's as soon as I get money to do it, man, she's gonna blow right up, and I will be at an event near you.
So, yeah, since you're in university, obviously the process of how you go about doing an event has changed. Could you just walk us through the general, how everything goes down?
I have awesome parents. So now that I'm in St. John's and things are hard to do, on the Clarendon side of things, my parents stepped up to the plate and they were like, yeah, we'll do it for you. I was like, you guys are awesome. So I kind of just hired my parents on, and they've been getting everything done on the Clarendon side, loading up the trailer, getting the things ready, buying the hot dogs, buying the things, and my sister as well. Awesome family. They put it all together. I got all the stuff done in St. John's that we done. Met up this morning, put everything together. It was great. It was almost flawless. So it was awesome family. That's what it boils down to.
Looking forward, do you think you'll hire a full staff, or do you think you're going to keep your family in the loop?
Well, I mean, I've already hired on people outside of my family for events. Even today, I've hired on 2 people outside my family. So, I mean, I always go outside a lot of the times, but family's kind of nice because they're reliable and they're always there for you, and they know what's up. So,
is there anything else you'd like to say about the cart or anything that happened today or YC or anything?
I'm glad nothing blew up.
What are you doing in university right now?
Right now, I'm doing engineering. It is very terrible because I have so much studying. So I have 25 hours of classes, which amounts to be like 75 hours of work. So I pretty much did social suicide. But hopefully it'll be worth it, but we'll see.
Is there a certain area of engineering you're looking into?
Not right now, but we'll see. I'm going to see what I like and see how it goes. So, yeah.
When you're done schooling, do you think you're going to stay in St. John's?
I don't know. I would say I'm going to be outside the province, to be honest with you. I would love to travel the world in my younger years before I get tied down with a family and everything. So, you know, maybe go over to even Dubai or anywhere else in the world that it might take me. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
You got to have your roots here in Newfoundland anyway.
That's right. So,
why don't you tell us a little bit about New Life?
New Life is a church that I started going to in grade 7. It pretty well changed my life. It changed my way of thinking. Well, I shouldn't say it changed, but you know, what they teach and what they believe changed. And I think it's pretty awesome that there's a church out there that's not about denominations and not about rules and regulations, but just about a relationship with Jesus. You know, that's what life's all about, is a relationship with Jesus. And it's so, I love the fact that that's what our church, New Life, stresses about, and I love it. So ever since grade 7, I've been volunteering and participating in that church. So I've done a lot with the youth group. I attended for all 5 years, and I was on the leadership team for those 5 years, and I did a lot with the leadership there. I helped out with the kids ministries, and helped out with the World Vision, with the missions part. So and even this summer I work with them. So I've done a lot for the church, and the church is a really big part of my life, and I do hope to keep church a part of my life, even my new life, I guess we'd say, as things start to change. So I definitely will be keeping church in my life. So yeah.
Obviously, your experiences with New Life have been very influential. In your everyday life, going to school, working, you know, all that sort of stuff, does that play any major role in what you're doing? Or?
Well, I mean, everywhere we go, we should be representing God and representing Christ and representing Christians and representing our church. But that's hard, easier said than done. I try my best, but I come short a lot of the times. Trouble seems to follow me around. But, you know, I guess it do affect how I behave and stuff out, but not because, it's not the church, it's not New Life that changes my behavior, affects the decisions I make, but it's my relationship with God, right? So, I mean, like, I think if I never had that relationship, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd probably be, you know, drinking and partying. I'm pretty social, so I'd probably love the party scene, but because, you know, that's just not what I want in life. Pastor Keith always said, he said, no alcoholic said, I'm going to be an alcoholic when he took his first drink. So, I mean, I don't want to be that man that comes home and beats his wife and starves his kids just for a party scene. And I think a lot of that is because of my relationship with Christ. So, you know, it's definitely changed who I am and who I'm going to become. So I think that's pretty cool.
Would you consider anyone, regardless of where they're from, the church, school, home life, personal life, anything, is there anyone you would specifically see as a role model?
Oh, I have all kinds of role models. Yeah, my parents are big role models, you know. My dad is very stubborn in his faith, and it really drives me a lot, but I kind of see it as a good thing now, because a lot of the times we do need to be stubborn in what we believe in, because people is always trying to change what you believe. If you don't stand for anything, you'll surely fall for something. And yeah, and then my mother, she's an awesome lady, you know. She really teaches you, she always taught me, you know, always to stand up and fight for what you want, and she's always been that real connection, I guess, and about the relationship with God, and she's been a pretty big role model. And her and my dad, and the legendary Keith Chard, he was my youth pastor in grade 7, and he's definitely a role model for me. I'd say of all the people around, I'm probably most like him than anybody, and people tell me that all the time. He's a pretty awesome guy, and I would love to be like him when I grow older. And I mean, there's a lot more. There's a lot more role models. I mean, different parts of my life, you know, I have different role models, but I'd say those are probably the biggest 3 in my life. There's a lot of things, you know, that we do, and I guess we're not very proud about and happy about at the time, but I guess look back on it now, everything's learning, right? I make mistakes in life, and I do things that aren't necessarily the best, and I'm not necessarily proud of, but at the end of the day, I don't really regret doing it in a sense, because now I know why I shouldn't, and now I know that those aren't good things to do. So I think it's, you know, every mistake you make helps you learn. So I think that's that's where I stand on it. And I mean, I'm sure in the future I'll make more mistakes and do things I'm not necessarily proud of and that kind of stuff. But, you know, that's a part of life. And I guess we all do that. And I guess there's nothing to be ashamed about making mistakes because we all do it. But, yeah, that seems the way it is, to be the way it is. So, but it's all a learning curve. So, you know what? I guess at the end of the day, it's good to make mistakes.
Spectrum, right? Is there anything you look back on as being like the best time you can remember, the best memory you have, something that you enjoy getting to look back and just reminisce about?
Wow. No, there's nothing, man. Everything. Every part of my life has been pretty, there's good parts of every year and every month and every day. And just to think back on one particular incident or one particular thing, I can't do it. Like there's just so much stuff. There's so many good volleyball games, and so many good people I've met, and so many good church services, and so many good relationships with God, and relationships and connections with people, and there's so many good memories I have in just the 18 years of my life that to pick one would be absolutely unreasonable. I'd be lying to you if I said that this was my favorite because there's so many other things. My life has been filled with awesome times. And so, yeah.
Is there anything at all extra you wanted to say? Anything you want to just get out there or whatever?
If I could say one thing to people watching this, it'd be everything's always changing. If you're not changing for good, you're changing for worse. You never stay the same. Nothing stays the same. Everything's always changing. So now you get to decide whether you want to change for the better or change for the worse. And there's never staying in between, staying where you are, because everything's always changing.